Call to order and recording of members present and absent.
Hanson,
Present.
Kane,
Yes.
McDermott,
Present.
Parker.
Yes.
Open meeting compliance statement.
I, the undersigned clerk of the Board of Education of the Alva Independent School District, number 1 of Woods County, Oklahoma, certify that prior to December 15th of the last calendar year, the date, time, and place of this regular meeting was filed in the office of the county clerk of Woods County, Oklahoma. I also certify that at least 24 hours prior to this meeting, excluding Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays, notice of the date, time, place, and agenda of this meeting was posted for prominent public view at the location of the meeting.
Number 3, consent agenda. All of the following items, which concern reports and items of a routine nature, normally approved by one board vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all of these items. The consent agenda consists of the discussion, consideration, and approval of the following items. 3.1 through 3.8 as referenced.
Okay, there are no new items of new business. If we look at 3.2, our minutes from the June 3rd, 2019 meeting, I did not see any errors in that. We are at the end of our fiscal year, so for 3.3, our financial report, we are closing out accounts. You'll see on our register that some of our last purchase orders were June 21st. Activity fund is also closing out, and Mrs. Durkee's done a good job of getting all those things receipted. 3.5, we have no new fundraisers at this time. 3.6, activity fund inter-account transfers. We have 2 inter-account transfers. The first is the FFA transfer of money back into the banquet fund for supplies used at their banquet. And then the second transfer is the seniors of 2018. We closed that account and moved that money to the class of 2025, which is going to be this year's 6th graders. The child nutrition report, 3.7. If you look at that report from our comparison on the August to May, or actually May to June, you can see that we have served more breakfast during that time from comparison to 2018 to 2019. Verlita continues to do a good job and keep me updated with our child nutrition report. Surplus items, 3.8. These are Lincoln surplus items. There is some books that you can see, and also computers that we are surplusing with our new Chromebooks. Some of our other desktops have become obsolete. Are there any questions about the consent agenda? If there are none, I would recommend its approval.
I make the motion that we approve 3.1 to 3.8 as presented.
Second.
Hanson,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
McDermott,
Aye.
Parker.
Yes.
Number 4, vote to approve purchase order encumbrances for the following funds for fiscal year 19. 4.1 general fund as referenced. 4.2 building fund as referenced. 4.3 child nutrition fund as referenced. And 4.4 gift fund as referenced.
Okay, 4.1, our general fund. A couple of purchase orders you'll notice is number 764, Joe Rollins hardwood floor finish for $29,624. This is stripping and staining the new gym and the new refinish on the old gym at the high school. And they just completed that last week. Purchase order number 767 in Horace & Sons, $8,500. That is a remodel of girls' bathroom on that would be the north side of Washington. 768, that is the plumbing part of that remodel on that girls' bathroom. Number 772, Rosenstein Fist and Ringgold, $2,500. That is our contracted attorney services. Number 788, Office Solution, $8,640. This is the cost for our district paper for all sites. And then finally, 789, City of Alva, 5,000, that is water, sewer, and trash service through June. If you look at also the attachment with our general fund payroll, we have 2 dues deductions with OEA and AEA. Building Fund 4.2. 2 purchase orders to point out to you in those funds. Number 68 for $16,368. That is Alva Roofing doing some repair to the ag building. For many years, the ag building has just had patchwork done, and so this is going to go in there and do a replacement of that roof at the ag building at the high school. And then number 69, in the building fund, some tree removal and topping of trees over at Longfellow. And so that work, I believe, was even completed last week. We have nothing out of the child nutrition fund and nothing out of the gift fund. Any questions? If there are none, I would recommend we approve our general fund, building fund, and child nutrition fund and gift fund.
Make motion, we approve 4.1 through 4.4 as presented.
Second.
Hanson,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
McDermott,
Aye.
Parker.
Yes.
Superintendents Report.
Okay, we have no resignations or retirements or assignments at this time. Move down to my communication. Met with Scott Bruman at Triarch this week. He came to Alva and is still looking at some of our projects that we are working on with our facilities committee. So we visited the track area, and there's some drainage issues that we're going to need to look at over the next few months before any projects begin. We also went and looked at the ag farm at some repairs with the buildings at our ag farm. Scott is going to come back up in a week and look at our art room and some renovations to the roof and the actual inside of the art room also. And so we continue to work with that committee and with Scott. We're going to hopefully in the next month or two be able to bring to you as a board some recommendations from that committee for some projects to begin. And just a reminder that when we begin these projects, the money to fund these is going to come from our building fund. We've been very fortunate through the collection of our ad valorem taxes and through the stewardship of our previous superintendents to be able to begin some projects with the money that we've saved. And that is all I have, Jane.
Okay, thank you. Number 6, items of current business. 6.1, discussion with possible board action. Vote to approve the following activity fund reports for fiscal year 20. 6.1.1, activity fund chart of accounts.
And if you would like to read all three, we can do all three.
6.1.3 and 6.1.2 and 6.1.3 as referenced.
So 6.1.1, our activity fund chart of accounts. This is a list of the activity fund accounts that you see monthly when we do our activity fund report. The only thing that's been added to this fund of accounts is the class of 2026, and we've removed the class of 2018. Activity fund expenditures. These are the expenditures that you'll see from month to month, year to year that are used through our fundraisers, admissions to contests, and you will see those expenditures for each account. It's pretty normal. Those stay the same from year to year. And then 6.1.3, that is just the revenue, a list of the revenue for those activity accounts, and that has not changed. Are there any questions about those? And if there are none, then I would recommend their approval.
Motion?
I make the motion that we approve 6.1 to 6.3.
6.13.
130 down
Second.
Parker,
here. Yes.
McDermott,
Aye.
Kane,
Aye.
Hanson.
Yes.
6.2, discussion with possible board action to approve the investment resolution for fiscal year 2020.
This is a board policy CDA that we have adopted in 2013, and this is the guidelines for our county treasurer to invest our funds, and I would recommend its approval.
I'd make that motion that we accept that.
Second.
Parker.
Yes.
McDermott.
Aye.
Kane.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
6.3, discussion with possible board action, vote to approve the investment resolution. Did I miss one? 6.3, discussion with possible board action, vote to approve the following assignments for fiscal year 20.
And so you will see the assignments referenced from 6.3.1 through 6.3.35. And these are standard assignments that we use to meet our payroll, encumbrance, federal requirements such as our Title IX coordinator, American Disabilities, 504, and so forth. The change that you will see in there is the assignment of asbestos coordinator, which will be noted in our July meeting with Dustin Moffett as the asbestos coordinator. Are there any questions? If there are none, I would recommend approval of these assignments as referenced from 6.3.1 to 6.3.35.
So moved.
Second.
Parker.
Yes.
McDermott.
Aye.
Kane.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
6.4, discussion with possible board action. Jumps around, I'm sorry. Discussion with possible board action, vote to approve the revised extra duty assignments for fiscal year 19.
So I want to thank Mrs. Kane and Mr. Hanson for meeting, and as we continue to review the extra duty assignments and look at next year, we had to take a step back and look at this fiscal year and go back and compensate Megan Stratton and Jennifer Taylor for their work with our softball programs this summer. Jennifer and Megan participated in summer league that was affiliated with the school, which was different than what they did last year, and so we increased their compensation accordingly. Also, you will see a change on that extra duty assignment list with Henry Hornsby. Henry has been a paraprofessional and will also be helping with our middle school football as an assistant this year. And Henry helped with our summer pride in the month of June, so we compensated Henry for that with a $1,000 stipend. Are there any questions about those revised extra duty assignments? If there are none, I would recommend their approval.
I make a motion we approve these items.
Second.
Hanson.
Yes.
Kane.
Yes.
McDermott.
Aye.
Parker.
Yes.
6.5, discussion with possible board action, vote to approve the loan agreement for food service for fiscal year 20.
Okay, this is a routine loan agreement that I believe we've done each year, and this is just if the general fund at any point needs to lend money to our child nutrition fund, and it cannot exceed $60,000. And I would recommend that we approve this loan agreement for food service.
I'd make a motion we accept 6.5.
Hanson.
Yes.
Kane.
Yes.
McDermott.
Aye.
Parker.
Yes.
We do these contracts separately on 6.6. Discussion with possible board action to
We
approve
do them all
the following-
together.
The following contracts for fiscal year 20 as referenced in 6.6.1 through 6.6.5.
Okay, so an explanation for each one of these. Our Oklahoma School Assurance Group is our worker compensation, and they handle all of our workers' compensation claims. You can see the quote for that, $24,572. We are receiving more dividends from our OSAG, so this is a good thing for our district. Oklahoma School Insurance Group, OSIG, this is our liability and vehicle insurance. You can see that there's been an increase in our premium, but we've also had an increase in value of property and vehicles. 6.6.3, Northwest Technology Center Clinical Rotation Agreement, routine agreement that you see each year. This is for our Alva High School students that are in those health career programs and practical nursing programs, and it gives an outline on their work with local facilities with the career tech. 6.6.4, Bill Johnson Correctional Center Prisoners Public Work Contract. Again, another routine contract. We contract with 2 prisoners to help our custodians with summer work. Our custodians go through supervisor training to be able to work with those inmates. And so this will carry us through July into June next year. And then finally, the Northwestern Clinical Agency Agreement. This is with the nursing program at Northwestern. We've been very fortunate to get to work with Northwestern and have their nursing students work with our early childhood students and all of our students with some health checks. And so we want to continue that partnership and agreement with them. Are there any questions about these agreements or contracts for FY20? If there are none, I would recommend their approval.
I'd make the motion that we accept all of the items under 6.6.
Second.
Parker,
Yes.
McDermott,
Aye.
Kane,
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
6.7, discussion with possible, I had it chopped again, sorry. Discussion with possible board action, vote to approve a cleaning contract with Circle H LLC Cleaning Service for Alva High School and Lincoln Elementary from August 1st, 2019 to May 31st, 2020.
So this is a contract we've had for a few years with Circle H, and I would recommend to the board that we continue this at our 2 sites where we do not have a full staff of custodians.
Is this the same as before?
This is the same contract that you've seen each year.
Okay. Need a motion.
I guess my question I have a question before we make a motion. I mean, I'm assuming that our building site supervisors are pleased with what they're providing for us.
Right now we are. We continue to review
Okay.
this contract, and we're going to really place an emphasis at looking at all of our employees and the efficiency, and work with Circle H and making sure the high school and Lincoln are cleaned up
Okay.
to our standards.
All right, thank you for that.
Thank you, but good question.
Okay. Then I'd make the motion, we accept that contract.
Second.
Hanson,
Yes.
Kane.
Yes.
McDermott,
Aye.
Parker.
Yes.
6.8, discussion with possible board action, vote to approve the Alva School Board of Alva Schools Board of Education, Title III Consortium Member District, to enter into a cooperative agreement with the Board of Education of Blackwell Public Schools, a Title III Consortium lead physical agent, for the purpose of creating a Title III Part A consortium.
So we entered into this consortium, and we had this agenda item last year, and this is for our EL students. We have approximately 51 English learners that benefit from our partnership in this consortium. And what we've been able to do with the money received is to purchase Chromebooks, and then those Chromebooks have been used to help those students with literacy skills and vocabulary skills. And I would recommend that we continue to be a part of this consortium.
I'll make a motion, we approve this for
6.8.
6.8.
Second.
Hanson,
Yes.
Kane,
Yes.
McDermott,
Aye.
Parker.
Yes.
6.9, a discussion with possible board action, Vote to approve the following board policies. DOAC, DOAC-1, DBAA, FNG, DBA, EHBC-3, CKDA, and DPB as referenced in our attachment.
So I'll go through and kind of give a quick summarization of each one of these policies. DOAC is a support personnel policy requirement. We currently follow these policy requirements. There's just been some revisions to that. DOAC E1 is a new attachment that we recommend adding to our policy for support personnel and corrective action. DBAA, this is some new federal requirements for our title and special education paraprofessionals that we have to adopt. It's federal law and is tied to federal funding. FNG is wireless telecommunication devices, and so many times the word cell phone is used, and so they've used wireless communications, so there's a revision to FNG policy. DBA is a similar policy that you saw earlier. It pertains to paraprofessionals, and again, the requirement that those personnel must meet. EHBC, revocation for consent of special ed. This is just a policy that states if parents want to refuse special education services, they can do so. CKDA, tobacco use prohibited. The revision to this policy is our vapor products, and so the revision was made through state law on this. And then finally, DPB, substitute teachers. And this just increased the number of days a teacher could substitute in a classroom, non-certified or certified. Are there any questions? I want to thank the policy committee of Shane and Jane for reviewing these with us. Are there any questions that you may have? And if not, I would recommend their approval.
I would make a motion that we accept all of the board policies that were referenced in 6.9.
Second.
Parker,
Yes.
McDermott,
Aye.
Kane,
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
New business.
There is none.
Signing of documents approved by earlier action. And Mr. Parker, number 9.